What is your view on the bringing back of the money stashed away in foreign slush funds?
Can anyone sensible have a second view? The only view possible.
No. What I mean is it possible to get that back?
Look, the Swiss ambassador has just given an interview to a television channel saying that we are ready to give the names, but somebody has to ask for it. Have you actually ever heard of something more astonishing? The Swiss ambassador says, yes, we are ready.
For full disclosure?
Yes, they will give you the names. Just as the American government has asked for it, German government has asked for it. German government has actually gone to the extent of paying, I believe, a whistleblower to give them other names.
Okay.
But we have a government which always gives you some excuse. Oh no, under this clause 72 of, sub-clause 43.
Yes.
If we do this, then in 2042, there may be a transitional approach to this problem by which we may not be able to get full disclosure. The only response, honestly, one gets in situation like this is slightly abusive. Get the names now, so that there is accountability now. And when you shroud these decisions in secrecy, what are the natural implications? I don't know whose names are. The only thing I know, and I can tell you as without a single worry or bit of compunction, is that my name is not on it. So I don't know whose name is on it. But when a government tries to be secretive about things, rather than attempting, as you said, full disclosure, naturally we begin to suspect the bona fides of the government.
True.
What else can we do?
Now let's take up states that have failed. You spoke of indifference. What else is there? Now, does political instability and politics of opportunity play the largest role in this kind of a situation?
Sometimes political parties or governments just lose their the balance that is essential for good governance. And what does it mean? What I call the center of gravity.
Okay.
You lost it, and therefore you essentially become unstable. We again think in mathematical terms that instability is a function of numbers. If you have a strong majority in an assembly, then you'll be a stable government. It's not fully true. It's partly true, but not fully true, because instability and stability are also a function of credibility. If the chief minister's credibility has gone, then his government cannot be stable. His government may survive, but it will not be a functioning government. Let's take Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh, the Congress government has a majority. It will continue to have a majority until the elections. But is it a functioning government? No.
Take Goa, for instance.
Well, take Goa.
We have the same problem here.
Absolutely.
Where the chief minister, from the time he started, when he's occupied that chair, it's been rocking like nobody's business.
But it's been rocking not because of the fact that he has a 1 seat or a 2 seat or a 3 seat majority. It is rocking because there is now a culture of exploitation within the government.
True.
Not a culture of governance.
So this is politics of opportunism.
Absolutely.
So how dangerous is it?
It could have been far more dangerous if there was no horizon, if there was no time limit.
Okay.
For example, if we didn't have democracy, then of course it could have been continuous exploitation, and then the chief minister's son would have become chief minister. Instead of his name being X, Y, or Z, it would have been Hosni Mubarak, or something of that sort. But because we have a democracy provides the opportunity to people, one, to continuously express the lava that is building up. It's a volcano, but this volcano will never become an Etna and destroy Pompeii.
Okay.
Because it allows, the volcano to continuously emerge. And when that moment comes, of course, on election day, then you can eliminate the government and hold people accountable. That's the great advantage. But in the process, I'm afraid, where I think this whole syndrome falls a little short is that, and this is, I think, quite dangerous. We think that electoral defeat is full accountability. It is not. It must be followed up, as increasingly we are seeing now. Do you think that people are sitting inside Tihar jail in Delhi? Former cabinet ministers and former bigwigs, because the government wants it? No.
It's the court.
Not even the court. It is popular pressure. It is the pressure of the people, which the courts are recognizing, and to their credit, and the courts, of course, are actually, thankfully, fulfilling a function of the executive in this matter, by them bringing a sort of moral dimension to power, which should have existed within the executive. It's not that I agree with everything that the courts are doing, by the way, in the sense that I feel a bit strongly about the issue of bail, that nobody should be treated as guilty until you have proven the process. It is far more sensible to actually create continuous trials, not give dates, but bring the trial to a speedy conclusion and then send Porter. Otherwise, you would be shocked. You'd be shocked to know that, forget these corruption trials, 70%, 60% of India's jails are full of people who have never been convicted. It's stunning. Jails are full, even Tihar jail is actually not full of politicians, as you might imagine. It is full of poor people.
Under trials.
Under trials, who do not have money for a lawyer. There was a fantastic instance in which a young chap who had been picked up by the police, he was a sabzi seller. He was just picked up by the police for some argument he had over 200 rupees or 100 rupees. And of course, since the person ranged against him was from the middle class and probably had local clout, the police put him into Tihar. Now, if he had been convicted under whatever offense, the maximum sentence would have been 3 months. He was in jail after 6 years. For 6 years. And then this brilliant boy, you know what he did? He was 6 years or 5 years, something like that. You know what this brilliant boy did?
So
he went to court, he pleaded first to take him to court. He went to convert and told the judge, I'm guilty.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. And the judge had to say, all right, you already served more than you would have.
You're free to go.
The travesties that exist in our judicial system are also need to be corrected at some point.